And then there's also kind of more ephemeral things like designing something or making sure that like the colors that we are working with go well together. So there's skills like trying to do color matching or just coordinating colors and trying to have an eye for that. My name is Jennifer Lowe, and I'm the owner of the Frosted Fox Cake Shop in Mount Airy. I went to culinary school knowing that I wanted to be a cake decorator, so that was really my main goal. Before culinary school, I went to kind of more traditional liberal arts college, and I went to a school in Philadelphia where in both cases I was able to take some really wonderful art classes, and I think that has really helped me develop my skills and my eye as a cake decorator. When I was a kid, I honestly assumed I was going to be a doctor because everybody else in my family were doctors. Like every generation before me had like a lot of doctors in it. And then when I went away to college, I was pre-med for about like a semester before I decided that's not really what I wanted to do. And that's when I decided that after college, I was going to go to culinary school and I was going to try to pursue becoming a pastry cook or a pastry chef. So some of the tasks and skills that I work with every day there's a lot of hand skills. So literally being able to do things like detailed painting or piping with icing or, evenly layering things. So there's a lot of repetitive motions that are both like kind of on a larger scale and on like a much more detailed scale. So sometimes when I have to do sculpted cakes, I have to kind of imagine how something can go from being like just a very basic shape into something that's more ornate. Learning like the theoretical way that something should bake is not necessarily the same as actually learning the process and like getting an eye for it. So that's really where it can be challenging, because like you can understand something in theory, and like tempering chocolate, for example, like in theory it's like pretty straightforward, but it's like a really challenging skill to actually learn. So it takes a lot of practice. It takes a lot of repetition. It takes trying to train your ear, your sense of touch, your sense of smell even. So there's all these little things that I don't even think I like consciously picked up, but like having done this for a long time, you learn. Most memorable things that I've done in my career, I got to make my own wedding cake, which was cool. And not a lot of people get to do that. I was on a show on Netflix called Sugar Rush, and I'm on the first season on the 3rd episode.
Oh man, I'm like breaking a sweat.
You don't know how relieved I am that you're taking the lead on the baking.
Oh, you know what? I have never had to make a cake as big as the one we're planning in 4 hours. And we got to think of every shortcut we can possibly
That was like a really interesting experience and a really stressful experience, but that was cool because they flew us out to California and we got to stay there for a couple days and we did this whole competition and we actually won.
Congratulations to Perry and Jennifer. You guys have just won $10,000.
It's so surreal.
He didn't say it was us, right?
We win! This is the best day of my life, next to my wedding day, of course, and the birth of my children.
I'm so proud of us.
I'm so proud of us, too.
Thank you
It
so
was
much.
so stressful. But that was cool because that, honestly, like that's how so many people in the world know about custom cakes, are through these like cake reality shows. So it was cool to get to be part of that. And obviously like opening this bakery was like a huge moment. That was wild because I spent probably like a year working to plan it with people and to get the space designed out and to like develop menus and like make display cakes, and like it was just me and my husband when we first opened, so he was doing all the baking and I was doing all the decorating, and we were both helping customers, and that was like so much work leading up to the opening day. And then now it's like been almost 10 years, which is really wild how like time has flown since then. It's really important to me that customers come in and feel like happy to be here. Going into a bakery should be like a really fun, joyful experience with delicious smells and like friendly faces and yummy pastries. So I really want, when a customer comes in, for them to feel really good about being here. For anyone who's like looking to get into baking and pastry and cake decorating, the best thing I can recommend is just getting in there and doing it and practicing. So don't be discouraged if something is harder than you think it's gonna be, because it is. It's gonna be harder than you think it's gonna be, at least like the first couple times, and then you'll learn those skills through practice and repetition, and eventually you'll get to where you have the skills you need to create the vision that you have.